Hello there, fellow woers. This is Landro again, off of LandroeGaming, bringing you Warmaster Blackthorn encounter, 10-player normal. The guild who dares wins, and it's a different raid team to usual, so I thought I'd record some fights with this team. And I'm in Shadow, so it's a different element from the priest perspective on this encounter. If you've seen my atonement, my disc atonement video for this encounter, you'll know how much I enjoy it. And it's just as enjoyable as Shadow, I must admit. It's a really enjoyable fight. One of my, it's probably about the fourth maybe encounter that I'd done as Shadow after switching to it earlier in the week, so I was still quite raw, and you'll notice some mistakes along the way, both with rotation and cooldown usage. But I think I could probably pull out some quite nice DPS in Shadow if I spent the time to learn the class properly. But it's still enjoyable. I still done pretty okay considering gear was healing gear primarily with an insane amount of hits, but it didn't take away any of the enjoyment from the fight. Basically it's a lot of multi-dotting, keeping empowered Shadow up, mind flaying sappers, that's my role here, to slow them, standing in the small meteors if I could get there in time, and if there's less than 6 in the large Twilight Onslaught, then get into that as well. But primarily it's just a lot of dotting, a lot of switching targets. My UI is actually still set up for healing, and this actually enabled me to find out two things. Firstly, I need nameplates on threat plates, or tidy plates, sorry, I should say, because I was just kind of guessing when my dots were running out on each class, so that would help loads for timing the reapplication of dots, and rather than putting or reapplying dots when there's still quite a long time to go on them, I could actually time it a lot better. So tidy plates would have helped on that element. But I also, Quartz was quite handy to leave that on, which is normally there for healing. But what it does here, I noticed with Mind Flay, it shows each tick within the Mind Flay channel. And that was very advantageous, because what that enabled me to do is if I needed to clip my Mind Flay to reapply a dot, I could do so, ensuring it was just, or as close to just after a tick as I could possibly get it. So that was quite handy. So Quartz was obviously quite good. I left things like Healbot on. I mean, I actually quite like to leave those on in Shadow, because I do, if things get very messy, you can do a bit of off healing, and it gives me a representation of everybody's HP. You've got quite a powerful cooldown even as Shadow with Hymn of Hope, and you've got a mana cooldown as well, which is obviously advantageous. When we'd done the Deathwing encounter a couple of fights after this, they were both used, so it's obviously, it's good to know the relevant HP of your raid. Some people have raid, the raid UI on, but I feel like Healbot does the same, and it then enables me to just click if heals need to go out without forming too much of an inconvenience. So yeah, phase 1 of the fight, pretty straightforward. As you can see, I was multi-dotting. I'm mind flaying sappers to stop them or to slow them, to give the other DPS a chance to zerg them down. Just multi-dotting. I was shadow deathing every now and then. Unfortunately, because I've even got the 2 set, and it can sometimes hit for 100k, it's a real pain in the backside if you get a double crit with the glyph of Shadow Death. I actually killed myself a couple of times when I was in Raid Finder, looking for raids, sorry, because of the crits hitting back on me when I wasn't quite at full health. So I was a little bit wary about using my Shadow Death in the execute phases, all the way through this run of Dragon Soul. But this part of the fight, phase 2, the usual mechanics are easy enough to dodge. Don't stand in the fire, don't stand in the shockwaves, but you have an added bonus as a dotting class on this encounter, that you can focus on Warmaster Blackthorn with all your cooldowns and with your regular rotation, but every now and then put 2 quite powerful dots onto the annoying Drake who's sort of spamming the ship with all this fire. We're at the stage now with nerfs and whatnot into Dragon Soul, you can just kind of pop your heroism and zerg Warmaster Blackthorn down, but I was dotting, and I'm assuming other people were dotting, judging by the health of the annoying Drake, so just adds a little bit of extra DPS going out there. So yeah, it was a really enjoyable fight. I actually really liked Shadow in this fight, I must say. I'm looking forward to doing this fight on Heroic. We're not too far away from it now. We're actually 4 of 8 as a guild, probably going to get 5 of 8 anytime now. So this will be our obviously next progression, so I'm quite looking forward to it here. It's a good fight. If it's anything like it is on the enjoyable front as an atonement and as a shadow, then yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But that was this encounter with a different raid team, different makeup, really good bunch of folk, some very skilled players in there, and it was nice to have a bit of a change. Whilst I couldn't actually raid this week as normal because I was at my festival. So yeah, thank you for viewing this video. I'm going to get some more footage now of PvP and some more progressive footage of upcoming fights. So thank you for viewing. Check out my other videos. If you want to see anything or you want a specific fight, don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching all my videos, and thank you for the comments and for the likes. Landro out.